artist, and in 2012 I was for a large art project in Thailand. I crossed the bridge in the evening and there was a girl in a corner covered in a piece of fabric. She was begging. So I dropped some money in her little box and the fabric went away and I was shocked. This is way today. She's 19 years old. When I found her, she was 13. I smuggled her across the border back to Cambodia, put her in an orphanage, and there I discovered that we have 250 up to 300 children a year. They've been burned with blow torches, acids, and boiling water and been sold into the begging syndication. I was so shocked when I realized what's going on. I was asking the lady from the orphanage, I said, where are these children? Where do they come from? She said, Hannes, you have to go out to the dump site and what you find there is worse what you ever expected in your life. So I started living there. I started to live on the dump site because I wanted to learn more about it. And every night, it was a nightmare. When I discovered all this, I wanted to help. So I built my small organization in the dump site, right? I called it life support. So I was buying rice. I was buying milk powder because the young girls with 17, 18, they are pregnant. And then I had to pay water because we don't have clean water. So at the end it was 9,000 kilo rice a month, it was 7,500 liter mineral water, and it was up to 1,000 can of milk powder. And after 1 year I said, Hannes, it doesn't move anywhere. I haven't changed anything. The children still work in the child prostitution, the women are slaves into the textile factories, and the life is horrible out there. And what it touched me was all these children, right? There were over 380 families, so there were about 280 children, and I said, I have to do something with the children. They were running behind me, and they called me puppy, because I'm the one who took care about them. So I took over the children, and I said, I have to change that. So I took over the children. I was buying 280 pair of school uniform, rucksack, pens, paper. I had to build 12 tuk-tuks to drive them to school. But the teacher wouldn't take them because they were stinking like rubbish bags because we hadn't any clean water to shower out there, right? So, and then I had to pay the teachers because otherwise they wouldn't take him. So I started to build a little laundry service and I started to wash the clothes every day. At least they wouldn't stink anymore, right? Fine, I was so happy. I had beautiful children dressed up, they were all eager to learn. But after 7 months, I was sitting down again and said, Hannes, this is even more stupid to support these children. I'm close to 70 years old. How long can I support them? In our world, 20 years, 25 years, we support our children. And now me coming and spending for 2-3 years, right? Pay for schooling, for books and everything. With teachers, they can hardly speak their own language. I said, where does it lead? It's not sustainable. So I looked back, how is it in our world? Well, the parents, they work, they make money. I said, okay, let's take over the parents. I asked them, where do you come from? They said, oh, 60 kilometers in the north, in the south. I said, you have land? They said, no, land is taken away, either by the Vietnamese or by the government. I said, but do you have anybody up there? They said, yeah, uncle, aunties. I said, let's go there. So I was uploading 10, 15 families always on a truck. I was driving up there. And there I started fish farms, chicken farms, pig farms. I said, this is great. All my money was invested in farming. You know, me, I'm an artist. Of course, I know what farming is all about. I found a young lawyer, and we started Smiling Gecko in 2014. I said, okay, mistakes you have to do twice, because I read in the paper that I can own land. So I was buying 9 hectares of land, and there I started my agriculture family project. I tell you, these are my pigs today. They're very healthy. It's a fantastic meat, and we are now on a 100 mother sows. We're going up to 200 mother sows, and we have a lot of interest, but the more important is we have healthy baby pigs where we can go and give on to the local farmers so that they can produce a lot of meat. But then I had this school, horrible school, right? It was like rotten, the children had nothing to eat, we have no books, all the teachers came, they didn't came. I realized how important education is. You know, in our countries, we just take education for granted. You know, children go to kindergarten, go to primary, secondary, and they make their way. And But in these countries, this is not common. So I started to renovate the school. We're building very simple chairs and tables, and it was an old building I renovated. And August 2016, my carpentry shop was finished. Today, we're probably one of the most advanced carpentry shops. We moved 600,000 cubic of earth, right? My carpentry shop was working 24/7, right? 14s, building frames after frames after frames. I found another corporation, Sika, who supported me because I didn't have the money for all this concrete components, right? Project. Because we build everything ourselves, right? We build the bungalows ourselves, the houses ourselves, the interior ourselves, right? The beautiful bathrooms, right? I had the travel agencies, they take us into the catalogs, right? And I built a swimming pool. We went to break the stones in the north. My carpentry was building everything. I have yoga, right? It came very quickly. I do not want to support the single child, the single family. I want to produce an economical growth, because only like this you can reach sustainability. So, okay, we have achieved it by already today, but by 25, 120,000 people live in our cluster, in our smart village where we are going. And then the idea is, and that's not my idea, this comes from the world best economists, we start to duplicate. So till 2030 it's 7 times, till 2035 is 17 times. And because Cambodia has to import 80% of all the products, 80% of fish, vegetable, meat, energy, we could produce up to 30% of the GDP just by exchanging the import to domestic production and export. That's the vision, that's the idea. And if we work on it, and if we believe very hard in it, we will achieve it. An amazing woman, an amazing young woman who went after I put her into the orphanage, into primary school. She had operation, 12 operations, and then secondary school, high school. She was like a fast train running, swallowing up her education. Today she's at the university in Phnom Penh, and she studies law and environment because she wants to change her country.
Hello, my name is Katrin Val. I'm 18 years old. I come from Cambodia. When I was a small child, an accident happened, and my face and my body was badly burned. A woman brought me to Thailand and sold me to a begging certification. Nowadays, I am very happy with my life. I can go to study like everyone. I can study English, computer, dancing, study politics and environment. That's why I want to change our country.